Hello everyone, Barb here. I thought I would pop in for another Christmas in July card. In fact, this will end up making 2 cards. I already did a little bit of prep work for this one. So I have a piece of what was 4 by 5 1/4, and I cut it in half on the diagonal. That will give us our 2 cards. I got out my Jingle Joy, and this was a scrapbooking stamp and thin cut set. I'm going to use this Merry Christmas. I picked this up on the super duper clearance. It was $3 or $4, and this is the die. Let me see if I can flippy this around. So here's what the stamp set looks like. So I used the die, and I cut out, I have one already put together, and I cut one out and actually did 3 layers. So the top layer that I stamped on and 2 other layers just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I have another stack here ready to go. First thing we're going to do is take one of these, and hopefully I can do this on camera. Got my Versafine Onyx black ink because it's my favorite black ink. And I'm gonna hopefully line this up decently. I did bring out the foamy pad. This was something that was in all of this close to my heart stamp sets. Close to my heart was a paper crafting company that closed as of June 30th, 2024. And I was basically a salesperson with them for about 10 years. In fact, going on 11 years. And they closed their doors. There was a transition offer for people to jump over to Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up is carrying some of their products. And I think Stampin' Up is going to expand into a little bit more of a scrapbooking line. I know the one gal, her name was Karen, who worked at home office. She did go over there, I think, to kind of help them. I don't know, maybe drive their paper products to be a little more scrapbook friendly. I hope so. I mean, I hope it works. Stampin' Up is carrying some of the page protectors, which is wonderful because I loved the page protectors from close to my heart. They were really, really wonderful. Now, why is this thing being such a little stinker? What the heck? It was going good, and then it got cloggy. So we're gonna close that up. And again, I'm just layering, and I think that I have lots of scraps of paper, and I think this is a good way to use those scraps. So I have 2 card bases made out of some cardstock that was gifted to me, and I'm just going to use glue because it's what I have. And when you're doing this triangle cut, be mindful of your pattern. If the pattern isn't going to work, in this direction, you can always switch it to this. So you could do this, and you could do this, depending on how your pattern lays out. My pattern is random enough that I think I'll be fine. And I'm just popping it down. The card base is 5.5 inches tall by 4 1/4 inches wide. So that's why I have this little bit of a border. And you could do more. You could stencil. I thought about it, and I thought, no, let's keep it simple. You could do some splatter on there too, but I think, like I said, I think I'm just going to keep it simple. And I'm just going to lay that down. That little bit of dimension, I think, is just what it needs. And we'll get a little more glue on here. And boy, this is being such a bugger. Let's see if, take the pin that I use in there to close it. Oh, that helped much better. Sometimes there's just a little something in the way. It is glue. So the fact that it hardens up shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Now let's do just a little bit there. That's a bit good. And you could add some gems, you could do all sorts of things, but this is just super quick and simple. And a great way to use up some pieces and parts of papers that you might have in your stash. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day. I'll see you next time.